Hello, I'm Gail Thomas Strong, and welcome back to American Graduate Day on WFYI. Here in studio, we have Kevin Gailey. He's the head of school for the Midwest Academy. Beth Perdue Outland is the vice president of the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, and Molly Powell, we're glad to welcome you. Molly is the director of youth programming for Indiana Sports Corporation. Thanks for being here today. This is great. You know, we've just seen a segment that talks about special populations of children. And you know, I think every child, there is no sort of ordinary child, right? Every child needs to connect with school in his or her own way. Kevin, talk about the Midwest Academy and how you keep children connected.
At Midwest Academy, we are an experience-based school, project-based school. Many of our kids are either at the high functioning end of the autism spectrum. We have kids with learning challenges such as expressive or receptive language issues, those types of things. And every one of them approaches education differently. And what we try to do is we try to figure out what those individual needs are and then try to address those.
That's great. And Beth, you're coming from a very different place. When we think about the ISO, we think of beautiful concert music, but you open doors for young people in other ways. Talk about that.
Well, absolutely. We have a number of programs that are really focused on getting young people involved in music. So often for kids who don't connect in other ways, either through physical disability or a learning disability, or sometimes just the lack of ability to connect socially, music making together can serve as a level playing field that brings people from different socioeconomic levels and different school stratas together to become a team, to set goals for themselves individually, to take risks and achieve. So the arts really can serve as a convener and create that level playing field that keep kids engaged in each other and in school.
And I love what you said about playing fields, because Molly Sports Corporation is all about playing fields. Talk about the youth programs that Sports Corporation supports.
Sure. So our two big youth programs, we have Geared for Health, where we collect new and gently used sports equipment and we donate it back to the community across the state. So not only to let kids play sports, but also teach them a little bit of teamwork, self-esteem, self-confidence, those kind of things. And then our Champs Grant program, where we take the money that we've raised from our Youth Links golf tournament and we provide grants to youth serving organizations to put on these sports programs, again, to teach teamwork and self-confidence and things like that.
So those youth-serving organizations, summer camps, school year programs?
Could be any of the above, really. So we look for organizations to apply that are putting on, I say sports loosely, because it could be jump roping, it could be dance, it could be yoga, anything to keep kids active and fit. And we look for a youth voice in the application, so something that the kids are interested in learning about to help keep them active.
And I know that you are doing some innovative things at Midwest Academy, integrating fitness and integrating music as a way to keep kids connected.
We do. We have one class in the high school that's called History Rocks, and we have our music teacher and one of our electives teachers pairing together. He teaches humanities and he has a strong interest in history. So what we do is we're studying the period from 1950 to today, and much of the history of rock and roll parallels that. So we use rock and roll as the hook. So we pull in music. It's an interdisciplinary class. It's a very popular class.
I bet.
But we do that. We have an art teacher that is taking a prominent role in teaching world history because of the development of the world and the development of art, very much paralleled. We have drama classes. We have a inter-school class play, which is a musical, and so we will have kids of all ages. It was great. We did Charlie Brown a few years ago, and we had a senior dressed up as Snoopy sitting on the doghouse singing, but he also was a student who did have some of those confidence issues in the past, and he developed his confidence, and he was doing that solo, and he was so proud of himself, and now he's off in college and doing well, and things are going great in his life.
And confidence, I mean, I think about the ISO, and you give kids the opportunity not only to develop confidence, but to experience firsthand.
Absolutely. The Metropolitan Youth Orchestra, it's one of the few programs where a child can enter as young as 5 years old, and they can move up through orchestras and stay through high school. And so we are pairing them with caring adult mentors who are helping them along with their needs. And when I think about some of the kids that have entered our program, I think about a young man in particular who had Tourette's, who really struggled in school, struggled to be socially connected, came in with a violin, sat in the back of the section, and it gave him an interesting ability to focus. His family had never imagined him being able to graduate high school. But he learned to navigate new situations and connect with other kids, and he ultimately graduated and has moved on to college. That's what we look for.
Thank you for joining us. Kevin, Molly, Beth, we're thrilled to learn more about your work. And we need you at home to get involved as well. Call the toll-free number and go to these websites to find out more. Become an American Graduate Champion and make a difference. Please continue to stay with us.